Hello, my name is Rizzy.
I'm Simon.
And welcome back to...
Dream Daddy.
We're gonna dream about a daddy.
We're gonna dream about Craig.
Craig, yep, he's our first final dad.
Our first last date.
Our first last date. None of that has changed.
I can't commit. I can't commit.
I can't do it. No, I'm sure. I'm sure because we have save files we can go
ask
back
your
on.
Mother.
But she's dead.
Oh, bitch, she dead.
Miss Keisha. Miss Keisha.
It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always stays so busy with work and the kids, but it's good to know that we'll just be able to spend some time relaxing together in nature.
In nature.
In nature. Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them because it seems like the only time we get to hang out, but the added benefit is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health.
Good for you, Sid.
Yuck, running.
Yeah.
I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags and the tent while he takes care of the food, so I double-checked to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Hey, they have a little succulent pot.
Yeah.
Just like what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Men is going to be spending this weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital. Just the nation's capital.
Yeah.
She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. Hi, May.
May, do you want to be on the date?
Hey, Amanda Branda. Amanda's in the middle of sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it to finally zip.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Pops.
Ready for your trip?
Once I get this bad boy all zipped up, I'm good to go.
How much do you pack? That seems like a lot for 2 days.
Oh, it's all my camera equipment. Lenses, tripod, flash, all that.
Good thing you're sitting on it. Are you even going to have time to take pictures?
I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments.
Ooh, what's the series about?
It's one of those internet series where I reimagine the Disney princesses as founding fathers.
What?
I'm kidding. Nobody likes those. I'm taking portraits of my friends.
Oh, well, I'm gonna be in the woods, out there in nature, you know, roughing it. Just me and Mother Nature, the old madre de trees.
Tierra.
Are you gonna be alright on your own?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna have any signal out there. I won't be able to text or call you at all.
Oh, it's alright. I'll be able to survive a couple of days without constant updates on who just got voted off International Haunted House Hunters.
It's not like he's gonna be watching that out in the woods anyway. Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcase and lugs it next to the door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug.
Relax, Datron. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I got to share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. And did we double check the mic?
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah, no, I did.
Okay.
Oh, well. All right. Don't steal anything, okay?
Since you asked nicely, fine. Promise.
I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Greg's already strapped some camping gear on top of my modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. I got it, don't you dare. Such a gentleman.
Who's such a gentleman?
I almost had a case of the vapors there.
Never fear, these muscles were made for picking up heavy things and putting them in other places.
He liked us almost having the vapors.
Yeah.
Remember, it's your weekend to relax. Take it easy.
I guess I can't argue with that.
Take it easy, mac and cheesy.
Nice and easy mac and cheese. Everything good with Amanda?
Yep, on our way to a school trip in Washington, D.C. Oh, our nation's capital. What about your offspring?
Already at Smashley's for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on.
I load the rest of my stuff into Craig's car. Wait, he was strapping shit onto my modest but stylish car.
Yeah, what
Why
the
are
heck?
we throwing our shit into Craig's car?
I guess we changed our mind.
I don't know. That Hawaiian...
That is our car.
Yeah, that looks pretty our car.
Must have just been a typo. Oh no!
What's wrong?
I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back.
Are you worried that someone's gonna break into your house and cold press some carrots?
No, it's just...
Just try to relax, man. Let the juicer float away. Take all of your worries and blend them into into pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do we have anything to listen to?
All I had at my place is a series of CDs that guide you through intense calisthenics workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm just kidding.
Craig hands me a thick case filled with CDs.
Take your pick.
I throw him through page after page of kids sing-along CDs. Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star takes me back.
Keep going.
I get to the end of the case to find, in the very last slot, a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it. DJ Kegstan's Mega Mix Volume 1?
Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it.
I pop the CD into the car stereo, and it's like I'm immediately transported back to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays, and soon enough we're both happily scream-singing the lyrics to each song as we fly down the highway. This song was Carl's favorite.
Carl, the third roommate. Marcus's owner?
Yeah. You brought that dog home. There's Marcus. One night, and I couldn't pry you two apart.
So he spent an entire semester fabricating a story about a foreign exchange student roommate who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark.
And then we had a room inspection.
That RA was so suspicious of us, but could never prove anything.
And Carl was just under a blanket.
Bless that pup's little courage under fire.
Man, we did some dumb things back in college. The hours fly by as we belt out tunes and whatever
We're not even
non-existent
moving.
key. That's why it takes hours. Our
Oh, I have to
voices,
turn the car on!
our voices register, and soon enough we're surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer. How about everything?
Feels good to be back out here.
Real good. There we go. Nature's loud.
This looks familiar.
Yeah, this is it's the same like woods that they did for when we were tracking down Arnold the capybara.
I didn't realize it took us hours to drive there.
It did. It's a very big park.
Mm-hmm.
We park our car at the entrance to a familiar trail and load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working on my health over the past couple of weeks, otherwise I'd be dreading all the hiking that's about to happen. Craig looks intently at his phone. Everything all right?
Yeah, just had to fire off one last work email.
Craig pockets the phone and we start off on the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know I would have been huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all the murder sprints. I look around me and take all the tall trees and take in the tall trees and animal chirps. I know, nature's loud. Everything okay back there?
There's no reception out here.
Oh yeah, being in the middle of nowhere will do that. I recognize the look of anxiety on Craig's face.
What if there's a problem?
There won't be. You've trained for this. Reception is the least of our worries.
You've trained for this.
Look, Craig, we all know that if you really wanted, you could flex your calf muscles and fly out of here like a rocket ship all the way back to Maple Bay. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. This is our weekend.
Nice.
We keep marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks.
Oh.
Maybe we should go back. We could find another campground that gets good cell phone reception.
Craig, seriously, what's wrong?
I mean, I'm just really nervous. My dad instinct is kicking in. My mind keeps conjuring up all of the worst case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I won't have a signal. I'll have no way of knowing.
Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away, no matter how old your kids are. You just gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch on the shoulder. Bam! Try to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all and just focus on ourselves for this little trip. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods.
Oh, I'm getting a flash flood warning at the moment. Flash flood warning in this area till 12:45 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Avoid flood areas.
We better go to the flood area.
Yeah, let's go.
Craig looks me directly in the eyes.
Directly. No distractions, no cell phone service, Just two dads relaxing out in the woods.
Gonna have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back to marching. It's not too long a hike before we get to the campsite, and we're both glad to see that we're the only people there.
I can't believe you still have this tent.
Found it in my attic and already checked it for holes. It's seen better days, sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I dumped the bag of fabric and poles onto the ground. We unfold the tent in the desired spot. I hand Craig the stakes.
We still know how to do this, right?
Of course we do.
We can just look it up on Google. Oh no!
Oh no, we do not. That looks like a tent.
Yeah, it turned out all right.
After 20 minutes of struggling like people in a bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you asked somebody to draw a picture of one with their eyes shut. No, it looks better than that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put this up against a storm, like the one that's happening outside our house, but I think that we'll be able to survive for the night. Wait, if you're going to be gone for the weekend, that's more than one night.
Maybe 2 nights.
We set out a couple chairs and our cooking equipment, admiring our handiwork.
Bro, look at us go.
Look upon the kingdom we have built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats and drink our brews, for we hold dominion over this land.
Verily, and look at our camping chairs, which we're gonna sit on.
So what's next on the camp extravaganza docket?
Well, now that we have shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit of the way up here I'm sure we can hike to.
Let's get hiking. Craig and I venture into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. Craig reaches out an arm and stops me.
Dude, does that look like what I think it looks like?
I look over at where he's pointing. Oh my god, it does.
It's like Robert. He's like, what?
Robert the Cryptid. That tree looks like a butt.
I can't get over how detailed it is.
I examine the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. It even has back dimples. I thought we were going to have a great time camping, but this makes it even better. Craig holds back a snicker.
That's a snicker.
He held it back.
I aspire to have every hike be as good as this one.
I'm snickering now too. Let us analyze this tree further. Craig and I share a huge belly laugh at our awful jokes. The best thing about this is that there's no daughters here to tell us our jokes are bad. We high five.
I can't imagine belly laughing at that. But maybe I'm just not a dad.
You don't get the good butt jokes.
Yeah.
Craig and I hit the trail again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more or less familiar. We point out old landmarks that we remember back in our college days. I think we're getting close now.
Check it out.
There's a clearing up ahead. As we get closer, I can hear water running. I'll take it over the goddamn crickets. Whatever those things were that were chirping. Cresting over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling into a large body of water that runs into a river. Mouths agape with the genuine beauty of the place we go to investigate. I can't read. The old waterfall.
Hey!
It's gorgeous.
Nature is so rad. Peering further, we get an idea of how deep the pool is. I thought you'd been here before.
Think we could jump off of it like the old days?
Ha! This old dad is happy here on dry land.
Looks like you could climb up right over there.
We didn't even bring swimming trunks.
What are you talking about?
Craig immediately begins taking off his clothes. Whew.
I know it shows him in his underwear, but do you assume he's doing it in the nude?
I mean, I guess you can. If that's where your headcanon wants to take it.
I don't know, because he just says... I don't know, maybe he just goes back with wet underwear on.
I mean, that sounds extremely uncomfortable. What? Maybe.
Yeah.
Look at Craig's butt. Don't look at Craig's butt.
No, look at his butt. This is a third date. We can look at the butt.
I can't help but sneak a peek. That is a good butt. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking.
I do a lot of glute workouts.
I immediately turn away, blushing.
You coming or what?
Give me a little longer. I don't know about this, dude. He's already making his way over to the waterfall by the time I finish my sentence. When he realizes I'm not right behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes.
We've lived together for years, and I've seen your ass more times than I can count. So it sounds like they're doing it naked if he's seeing his ass, but
I guess. Maybe
no big
maybe he
deal.
just knows Sydney goes like
Commando?
Yeah, he goes commando. You got it, Chief. Let's put on a show. Who needs pants anyway?
You got it, Chief.
I take my shirt off and drop it in a pile with Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground feeling exposed. Craig and I climb up to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. At the top, we look over the cliff and into the tiny lake. It seems so much higher from up at this perspective. Craig has always been a daredevil. He pulled some stunts in college that I'm honestly still shocked he survived. He was always the one standing on the side. I was always the one standing on the sidelines, watching and hoping I wouldn't be bringing him home on a gurney.
Man. Oh, no, that's not me.
Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks me in the eyes.
Don't think. Just jump.
He's so serious about it, we don't even get his character.
Yeah.
Craig cannonballs off into the waterfall. Cannonballs off of the waterfall and into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces from under the water.
Wow!
He treads water and looks up at me.
You coming or what?
Don't think, just jump. How are you supposed to just not think? I'm pretty sure that's not physically possible. My toes grip the edge of the rock. The water looks so far away. Don't think, just... I run off the edge, trying to do my best cannonball. Somewhere in the middle, it turns into a really graceful belly flop.
How do you turn a cannonball into a belly flop? Like, did you just let your legs go? I don't...
Yeah, you were so nervous, your palms were sweating so much that like your leg
like
just
slipped out, and you're like, whoa!
I hit the water with a loud slap. That's gonna fucking hurt. Regular belly flops hurt. I resurfaced to find Craig giggling.
Lucky he was able to resurface after that.
Right.
I rate that belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place.
I playfully splash water at Craig. Sploosh.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
I splash him again.
You've given me no choice.
Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water.
You've awakened the beast.
He launches another wave of water at me. Don't you put me in a corner here. Don't put a wild animal in the corner. Squirt water at him with your hands, hammer fist, dunk him.
Hammer fist. Sploosh!
With the force of thunder, I bring my fist down into the water, creating a tidal wave that drenches Craig.
Good one. But I think I can do better.
Craig answers back with his own tidal wave. It's big enough to launch me back. He's so strong. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it.
Yeah, sure.
We shake hands. There's peace.
Take that opportunity.
Right?
Dunk him.
Man, that jump was such an adrenaline rush.
Not
He's
so
being
scary,
good.
huh?
I'll race you to the top. I've had enough excitement for today.
Let's have enough excitement. I don't know if it... I mean, we can go up again, but... Nah. Let's get to the good stuff.
Bert wants to get to the meat of this situation. By meat, I mean Craig.
We should probably head back.
We go to put our clothes back on and notice they're soaking wet. Maybe a splash fight wasn't the best idea.
It's okay. We'll get a fire going in no time. We can dry off and get some dinner going.
Sopping wet, we hike back to camp and unpack everything we need for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple of steaks and some chopped potatoes in tinfoil.
You ready for a feast? Can't go wrong with steak and potatoes.
Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling into relaxation station and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you.
Absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here.
Craig cooks now? I remember how his entire sophomore year diet consisted of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwaved, and have trouble believing the thing he just
So
said.
you just ate crunchy cheese water noodle?
Yeah. At least let me start the fire.
That is not nice and easy mac and cheesy. Sure, let me just grab my matches. Let me grab my matches.
Craig reaches into his backpack. He rummages around in his bag, pulling things out and checking every pocket. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I know I packed it.
Craig checks another bag and still can't find it. My stomach grumbles, and now I'm more acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get a fire started. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world.
God, I'm so stupid. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude.
Don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard could it be? I've watched plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star can do it, so can we. We'll need some wood. I gesture to trees around us.
Oh, man.
There's no shortage of that.
And some tinder.
Oh.
Like the app?
Yeah.
We can make that work.
And then I think some ancient aliens are then supposed to come by and give us advanced technology, or renovate our house, depends on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have all the materials that could, conceptually, make a passable-looking campfire.
Oh.
Just add fire, right?
That's the fun part. The sun is just now setting and a cool breeze rustles the leaves of the trees around us. We have to work quick.
I've done this in the past, and I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second.
Any way I can help?
Oh.
Give me some moral support. Lift my spirits and we'll make this fire happen. Let's go overboard with compliments.
You're really giving that fire the business. You're an amazing, hardworking father with a steady work ethic, and everyone loves you. Your daughters think you're a superhero, and the neighborhood dads respect you immensely. Also, your butt looks great.
Bro, stop. You'll make me cry.
Okay. Don't want your tears putting out the fire. Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows on the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon enough, we have a nice little fire going. Way to go, man. You're regular old outdoorsy fellas.
Hooray for not dying.
I take a seat in one of the lawn chairs Craig brought and cozy up to the fire, warming up my hands.
Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner with a capital D.
The dinner. I watch as Craig stokes the fire.
Fire, that's a bad thing.
And sets up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and fire starting, I'm able to relax a bit. With the sound of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks in a pan he's been heating up on the fire, cracking thyme and crushed ginger over it while basting them both in butter. Wow, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. Fanciest I ever saw him get in college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet onto dry ramen and eating it straight up.
God, what's wrong with you, Craig?
He's a college boy.
Even college boy.
When did this happen? You used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk.
I grew up, I guess. I think these are just about ready.
Craig puts the steaks onto a paper plate and sets them aside. I start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away.
Oh.
Dude, let them rest. It'll be more flavorful that way.
I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese onto freshly chopped greens. He plates it next to a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary.
Does sound fucking delicious.
He could hold the rosemary on mine, but it all does sound pretty damn good. Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in.
Everything tastes okay?
I'm in heaven.
Oh.
That's what I like to hear.
Remember how for an entire semester we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Oh.
It's so hard not to go back to that.
Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you've got in your life together. Greg laughs, but there's no humor in
Ha
it.
ha 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 ha. I'm glad you think that.
I glance at Craig while he picks at his salad. He really grew out of his baby face, but there's something about his expression that makes him seem so much older than he is. A sense of maturity he didn't have in college. He looks exhausted. You okay?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. I've known you for long enough to see when you're down.
Hi.
I'm tired, bro. I think him being back here is making me realize just how drained I feel.
You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy.
Oh, man.
I have to, for my girls. I volunteer at their school, I cook healthy meals for them, I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. And when they're with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them.
And then you work out a lot so you can crush anyone who stands in their way.
That, and I don't want to fall into my old habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
But it seems like it's bleeding you dry.
If that's what it takes to raise them well, then it's worth it.
Craig, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself, too.
Hey!
I do, though. I eat right and exercise and...
That's not what I mean. You're too little butter on too much toast, you know?
That's a Hobbit reference.
You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you care this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs because you're
Or
too busy...
Lord of the Rings, not the Hobbit, but...
Close enough. Because you're too busy taking care of everyone else's. You matter too.
It's a Bilbo reference. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Good old Bilbo. Bilbo Baggins.
Who shares a birthday with me.
Is it September 22nd?
It is.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Him and the kid that is Draco Malfoy. We all three of us share a birthday.
I share a birthday with Scott Joplin.
Nice.
Yeah. It's just, I know I can provide for my family, and if I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by them.
Oh.
But I can't explain it, man. There's always that one voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me I don't deserve it. To be honest, I feel even guilty about being out here.
Craig, you're trying your best and you're doing an amazing job. That's a fact. But even if you weren't, you still deserve happiness.
Oh.
Do I, though?
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh.
I look at Craig and think about what a good friend and even better father he is. He's compassionate, he's hardworking, he's relentlessly positive, he's handsome as shit. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. Makes me want to be a better person. If only you could see yourself the way I see you. Craig beams. He gets up and walks over to his supplies.
Come on. I brought dessert.
Oh, are you going to use the campfire to torch the tops of some creme brulee?
What?
I know little to nothing about cooking. Craig pulls out marshmallows.
Dude!
Well, you still know how to make s'mores, right?
I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, you used to just completely blacken the marshmallows. They're good that way.
Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but gooey center is preserved.
Brutish. I'm sorry, Sydney, you're wrong? Craig throws a marshmallow at me and I catch it in my mouth.
Oh.
Pro move.
We used to be able to do that at a great distance against a wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice and I'll be competitive again. Craig and I sit in the warm glow of the campfire, watching embers float up towards the sky. The stars are so much brighter out here.
Yeah. I miss this, Sydney.
Me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering stories from college. We watch as the fire dies down and eventually clamber into the tent. We crawl into the tent and I unfurl my sleeping bag.
Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? Oh no, we're gonna have to share.
One bed?
Oh dear.
I look around for a second. Oh no, I must have left it at home. It's all yours, dude. I'm sorry. I'll just, curl up over here.
No way. Here.
Craig unzips the sleeping bag and spreads it out so there's enough room for both of us to lay on top of it.
Night, bro.
Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other. Without a blanket, it's really fucking cold. I shiver and without realizing it, I find myself nestling closer to Craig. I'm sure he won't
Why
mind.
don't you, zip it up around you? Like, I mean, maybe it's only, wide enough barely for one person, but maybe you could, both slip in and...
I don't think you could with sleeping
Yeah,
bags.
they're kind of narrow.
Yeah. He turns over and I can feel his breath on my neck.
I don't like sleeping bags because I can't stick my feet out.
I don't like him because it's so restricted.
Yeah,
You're pinned in.
that too.
It's hard to focus on anything else. I turn over and try to get more comfortable. I open my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches from my own.
Hi,
Connor!
my name is Connor. I'm the entrance of my cyber life.
For once he
That's
looks at
Hank
me.
rolling over in the middle of the night.
Right.
Hello. Hank, are you sleeping
Bah!
now?
His eyes flutter open. His hand finds a place on my waist.
No, that is not the Hank Connor part.
No. I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we're kissing. We look at each other again, my heart racing. Craig.
Oh.
I got strong feelings for you, bruh. Feelings I can't deny anymore.
I caught the feelies.
I caught the feelies for you. In my heelies.
Bro, me too. I run my hands through his hair, then down his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure.
You would feel secure with someone like Craig holding you, though. I mean,
Right?
That's like, he's like 9 foot wide of muscle.
Right? I think the only person, like the only dad in this game that you could like feel more secure holding you is probably Brian.
Yeah.
Brian could protect you from like nuclear fallout.
He's like, you okay in there? Fine. You know, talking about old times is fun, but
Oh.
I like making new memories with you.
I smile, tracing the lines of his hip with my finger. You can't see I was doing.
Yeah.
You can't see it.
He was doing the finger.
We kiss again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. Oh boy, it's getting steamy in here. It's rude to ask people about their mysterious hand tattoos.
Dad points, 141,000. Daddy points, 705,000.
That was amazing. Just like back in college.
What were we doing back in college?
Yeah. And I thought he didn't want to talk about old memories. He wanted to make new memories. I guess he can still talk about old memories.
He was really angry about the weather. Or both of us were.
I guess so. What was baby?
I don't know. Maybe we're baby.
We didn't call each other baby.
Maybe we did after
call
it
each
faded
other
to-
baby.
Maybe it did after it faded to black.
Yeah. Outdoorsy. Big ol'. We did not do very well in Cannonball, but
No, we
that's
kinda sucked.
understandable.
We were sort of decent in dad jokes.
Yeah.
Overall, rank S.
Yep. Good rank.
Always use a coat of wax after a wash. No, I'm good. I coat myself in wax after
Yeah.
every wash. Phew, I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural.
Nice and casual.
Be cool, Sydney. Be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. I haven't even done anything yet.
Hey, Dad.
Off to a good start.
Something fishy?
Rats. What? No. You asked too many questions. Sorry, sweetie. It's the feds.
Let's go with you ask too many questions. We asked one.
Who do you think you are, my daughter?
For literally my entire life? Yeah.
I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you.
Dad.
Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. And what cat is getting into bullshit?
Could also be the dog if there's
The dog's
thunder.
right here.
Well, yeah, but he was back over there. Oh, there is a cat getting into some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read that part?
You're very bad at lying.
Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen?
Father, it would fill my heart with glee.
I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. You can even fucking wrap it. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but...
Aw, Dad, you...
I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops.
Alright.
No way!
I figure you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it might make...
Why would they not be able to get cable?
I don't know, maybe there's no TVs in the specific rooms. I figured it might be nice to take a piece of home with you.
A DVD box set of long haul paranormal ice road ghost truckers. This is all 19 seasons.
And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured on the show.
I'm gonna get a Subaru. Dad, I love this. Thank you.
She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something?
Totally.
I follow Amanda to the back door.
Surrounded by dads.
It's everyone I've dated! And Joseph!
And Joseph. Poor Joseph. Went on 2 dates with everybody. We haven't even looked at him a second time. Hung out with his wife, though.
He told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party.
She's so short.
Surprise!
Dad, everyone's here.
Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come support you.
Is that a mac and cheese bar?
Sure is. Fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake. The good kind with the crunchies in the middle.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Little girl. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese.
Sydney, my dude. I don't remember what voice he had.
I don't either. Pablo, how's the shirt business going?
My bud, I got men's shirts, I got women's shirts, I got tank tops in a variety of sizes, shapes, and colors. Each one of them a fine quality screen printed with the logo and visage of world-renowned witch house outfit, Frankenville. Purchasable at most respectable retailers. What respectable retailers? But more specifically, out of the trunk of my car. I'm also selling my mom's world-famous homemade apple butter.
Never stop hustling, Pablo.
Baby, you got it.
Don't call me baby.
Sydney!
Brian, you made it.
I don't pass up on a good Mac.
What do you think of the party?
It's not bad.
Just not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment.
Sure thing, pal. Say, let me know if you ever want to head out on the lake. I'd be happy to pull you out of the drink again.
Deep breaths. Daisy trots up.
Hi, Amanda's dad.
Hey, Brian's daughter. See how that feels?
This is a really great party. Thanks so much for inviting us.
You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to play a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. This isn't over.
Looks like you set it into the neighborhood quite nicely.
Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac.
Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We've got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year.
Sure thing, Joseph, who we've never hung out with.
And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang up sometime.
After another
we
date
finish
with
up
Robert, we'll hit you up, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Sure, Joseph, that'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up with a plate of mac and cheese.
The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Sydney.
Thanks, Hugo. I learned from the best.
I've got a pocket full of gift cards that say you already know a thing or two. Let's get together for trivia night again sometime soon, huh?
You know it.
You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals.
Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by. I was not walking by. That was... and pretends not to see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher.
Hey! Congratulations on graduating. I know you're going to do great things at art school. Yep. Thanks.
Amanda starts to back away.
Wait, I just realized you're not my teacher anymore. So I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me.
Hey.
You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? Nope. And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so... she'll fit into college just fine. Hey.
Hey. Good talk. Great talk. Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table.
No.
Good stuff.
Yep. We got him sweating. See you later.
Good talk, really. Hey, man.
Matt.
I like Matt. Let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of banana bread Kennedys ready for her.
Thank you. I know she'll love that. Have you gotten
Banana
that
bread
oregano smell out of
Kennedys.
your upholstery yet?
Still working on it. One drug, please. I will do one drug. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. The icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake.
I stare at Lucian. He knows. I know. But I'm a man of my word. The story of his oregano betrayal will go unsung.
I saw some lightning out there, yeah.
Thanks for coming by. Hey, looks like Amanda's hanging out with Briar and Hazel. Let's see what they're up to.
All right.
Okay, Briar, think of a shape. Hazel, what's she thinking? Square? Briar? Star. We'll get it next time.
Amanda leans in close to Briar and Hazel, lowering her voice.
Listen, you guys can be real with me. If you're downplaying your psychic abilities, I want you to know that you can trust me. Heck, even think of me as the third twin.
Amanda, that's a triplet.
You know, Dad, by the time I'm done with these kids, we're gonna be finishing each other's... What? You didn't finish your sentence. What are we gonna be finishing? Each other's... sentences! See? They're twin.
I have to go. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on our back porch step. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. You can never eat enough mac and cheese. You have to eat it until you pass out.
I love mac and cheese.
Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me.
Killer party pops.
What can I say? I was inspired.
So... I also have something for you.
For me? Why?
Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but growing up wasn't easy, but it could have been a lot harder if it weren't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going off to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you.
Don't cry. Don't cry. I swear to God, if you cry, Cindy.
You're the best, Dad. I love you.
Gonna cry.
Anyway, that wasn't enough emotional bullshit for one day. Present time.
Amanda hands me a tiny wrapped package. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us.
Kinda shocking all our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed at least one together before I leave.
Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid.
Nah.
Always do.
Amanda and I share a hug.
This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road.
Memories to make and stuff to break, right?
I'm gonna break so much stuff, intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it.
Get a job, you freeloader. It would be my honor. Amanda hops up.
Looks like there's been someone waiting to talk to you.
I glance over to the back of the yard where Craig is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He
Of
smiles
course
at
it's
me.
a cherry blossom tree. Fucking anime bullshit. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get ice cream.
You just had an ice cream cake.
Love you, Pops.
Maybe she's just trying to give us some
Yeah.
privacy.
I'm sure that's it, but
Amanda runs off to join her friends.
the leaves are even falling.
I take a seat next to Craig as the last guests make their way out of the party.
Oh,
Bruh.
Oh,
This reminds me of the parties we used to throw. Fewer keg stands, of course.
probably for the best. I don't want to get my hip replaced after a party trick goes wrong.
We can leave keg stands in the past.
Oh.
I'm, taking this weekend to relax. This party was my first stop with the express train from the relaxation station. Next stop is Snapville.
Pull into the Sydney Concourse. I'd like to book a ticket to Knapsville as well.
I might have to meet you halfway at eating food directly off your own stomach town.
We both giggle, but man, do I just want to pour some chips on my belly while I hang out in a hammock.
Pour it on your shirt, it's gonna get all greasy.
Or cheesy, depending on the chips.
Yeah,
Greg, I'm glad you're making time for yourself.
Oh.
me too. Stress is a funny thing, dude. I didn't realize how overworked I was until we got away from the city. It's honestly just as destructive as binge drinking every night and eating burritos off the floor.
Don't eat
Don't eat
burritos
'em
off the floor.
No.
I guess we need to get out of the city more often then. Greg kicks his legs up over the side of the bench and leans into me, laying down on my lap. I run my fingers through his hair. You're looking for balance. I admire that.
I'm trying not to feel guilty about doing things for myself. It's a process. And it's gonna take me some time to figure it out. I might need your help, bruh.
Greg, I'll be your bro till the day I die. And if being your bro means
Thunder?
forcing... What?
I thought I heard thunder.
I think I did too. Fenders lifted his head. And if being your bro means forcing you to take care of yourself, then I'll happily oblige.
Oh.
Greg looks up at me, smiling.
Oh.
Bruh,
Hmm.
that means so much to me.
Greg sits up and pulls me into a kiss. Gross. Bro.
They say that like with their lips still together.
Bruh. We both laugh.
You and me.
Pull away, honey.
Sorry, you and me. We're gonna be all right. The extended cut is the only cut worth watching.
No.
Oh, and that brings us to the end. I don't want it to be the end. I'm really enjoying this game. But luckily, that's what replaying is for.
Yeah. And, I mean, we still have all the other dads to go through.
And Joseph.
And all of Joseph to go through.
We have all of them to go through. But yeah, hopefully you guys are still enjoying this series as much as we are, because I really, really do think this is such a cool, funny... Aww.
That's cute. Look at those booty shorts. Jesus.
Yeah, what are you doing out there in that, dude? And
And,
you've got an open nipple?
Yeah, I was gonna say, nip slip.
Put that away, young man. But anyway, I was gonna say, if you are enjoying this as much as we are playing it, make sure you subscribe so that as we put the rest of... rest... Can't download updates! Can't do it! If you're enjoying it as much as the rest of us, make sure you subscribe so that as we put new pieces of it out, you'll be the first to know about them.
If you liked the video, go ahead and like the video and check out our link to the coffee below.
But until next time, goodbye.
Bye. Get the fuck out of here.